Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. As you probably remember, the American military, was sent into the Mediterranean Sea. They sent two immediate response Navy ships, some aircraft carriers, and some destroyers. And I don't know, who are they going to fight? Well, they say now, I read an article saying that the Americans reported, well, we sent those just for evacuation purposes. You send over there aircraft carriers and destroyers for evacuation. Evacuate what? And whom? Anyway, they're sending more vessels over there, the Americans. So why? They need to evacuate more? I guess so. Let me show you this little article here coming from Sputnik. And it says that U.S. Navy sent another military ship from Italy to Eastern Mediterranean. So, deployed another Navy ship from its home port in the central Italian coast city of Gaeta to support U.S. operations in the Eastern Mediterranean Sea amid the escalating conflict in the Middle East, the U.S. Sixth Fleet said. What do you mean escalation? Who escalates? I would like to know. Always bringing weapons will de-escalate. But if that's the case, why were they crying when the Russians brought their weapons and military at the border with Ukraine in 2021? Remember in December and in January 2022? Well, euphemisms. So the U.S. Sixth Fleet Blue Ridge class command and control ship USS Mount Whitney LCC-20 departed Gaeta, Italy, October 18, 2023 in support of U.S. operations in the Eastern Mediterranean Sea. They need support? Who attacked them? The statement said the amphibious command ship would be dispatched to the U.S. European Command area to engage with allies and partners and support maritime operations there, the statement added. The U.S. has deployed two aircraft carrier strike groups to the region to bolster deterrence efforts in response to the Hamas attack on Israel. On October 10, the USS Gerald R. Ford carrier strike group arrived in the Eastern Mediterranean, where it will be joined by the Dwight D. Eisenhower carrier strike group. So these guys are just trying to deter whom? So anyway, that first strike group includes the U.S. Navy aircraft carrier Ford, the Ticonderoga class guided missile cruiser Normandy, and the Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyers 1, 2, 3. The Dwight D. Eisenhower strike group comprises the U.S. guided missile cruiser, guided missile destroyers 1 and 2, as well as a carrier Air Wing 3 with 9 aircraft squadrons. 3 squadrons, Air Wing 3 with 9 aircraft squadrons. Okay, these guys are not going there to fight Hamas. I mean, that's for idiots. They're going over there to fight someone else or to make sure that while Israel is doing what it wants in Gaza, nobody intervenes. I gave you an example of when I was a child, a boy, and it was a fight in the schoolyard where we all met and we fought, we chased girls, we played soccer, we played tennis, whatever. Over there was a meeting spot after school. So at one point, one guy smacked another guy, kid smacked another kid. So the kid who was smacked went home, and his dad came and he hid behind the school, and then the dad that was called by the child who got smacked, ran after the guy who smacked the kid who smacked the kid, grabbed him, smacked him himself, and then had his kid smack the other kid while he was holding him. So United States is the father who holds the aggressor, all right? The guy who smacked the other kid, who was mouthy actually, so the other kid can smack. So right now United States stays and prevents anyone from interfering while Israel is hitting Hamas. Well, that's between Hamas and Israel. But the problem is the United States is involved. Now, the Germans and the Dutch sent some special forces, about 200 special forces in Cyprus. Ready to do what? Again, the Brits send their Royal Navy over there as well. And I'm assuming some other guys are lurking in the area. So very interesting. Very interesting. But this is just to de-escalate, to make sure that Israel does what it needs to do. And then after Israel, how is that, quenches its thirst, then time for negotiation, or there will be some economic assistance coming from other sides. Remember, the United States of America vetoed a ceasefire resolution at the United Nations, and not only, but humanitarian aid. They prevented it because of technicalities. They didn't call it this, it's this and that. Why? Because they want to be the guys they're going to be distributing it. Why? So he can beat his chest, the idiot, and others, hey, we helped Israel. No, while blocking everybody else. That's how you helped. After how many days? 12, 13, how many? 15 days already? I'm talking about Palestinians, not Hamas. Right? And all Palestinians are not all Hamas, and not all Hamas are only Palestinians. So please make sure that you understand that distinction. So when Israel, I saw some pictures, and when you see flattened neighborhoods, rubble, that's not controlled airstrike on the Hamas. I don't think Hamas lives in the neighborhood. You know, this is Hamas, all our neighborhoods, this neighborhood is Hamas. All of them, we know for a fact they're Hamas. No, they blow those guys up however they want. Remember, when the Russians were accused of doing that, that was a war crime. Well, what can you do? This is called situational justice. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.